Hi, you guys. Good to see all of you already signed on. Geez, I wasn't expecting that many people to be there. Hello, YouTube people. Hi. Hello to all you guys who are on. I can see all your comments, and Stephanie is commenting for me because she's my helper. So she's commenting for me on some of these. So hi to everybody signing on. We're going to do some readings tonight. I put my reading glasses on so that I don't have to have you guys looking at my nose while I do readings. So we're going to do some readings tonight. But hello, Monica, Sarah, Tink, Oksana. I'm like actually seeing the names. So I'm pretty sure soon here some Facebook people will show up. But nice to see all you guys here. It's nice to kind of do it on a weeknight too. But I've been off all day. So that's been lovely. Thank you for saying that about my fake hair. I love that. Thank you. And as you all know, I have my Starbucks green tea. I drink it at my office and when I do readings. So hi to all you guys signing on. Oh, now we're starting to see Facebook people signing on. If you look, I don't know if it shows up on your guys' screen or not, but it does show up on mine if people are on YouTube or Facebook. And it does show up for Steph too. So when she sends you the link, when we get to people I'm doing readings for, when she sends you the link, and I'll probably do like some tarot and stuff, but look on the YouTube conversation if she sends you the link to join me on here or on the Facebook conversation. But it's good to see all of your faces. I'm going to wait just a little bit till I get some more people on here. But in the meantime, for any of you guys who live in Colorado or are online, hi to whoever's in Los Angeles. But I am doing an open house next Sunday, not the one coming up, the one after, the 28th. And it's available for anyone in Denver who wants to come. It's at my office. And then I also will be doing like some live readings there, and we're going to try to incorporate online people and in-person people with some of the students and stuff that we have. So it should be very exciting. But it's for 4 hours. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time on the 29th. And if you guys want to join in, you can join in online or you can show up. I give away free readings. I do some readings. I talk about upcoming classes, and we have all my house blessing stuff will be out there too, as well as like student psychics doing readings as well. And if any of you guys are tuned in who've ever taken classes with me, and if you would want to participate in doing readings, you're welcome to come to my open house. You just got to let Stephanie know, my assistant. So just message the website. And you could do it online or you could do it in person. And we're doing that by tips. So they're free readings that students will be giving. They're accepting tips, of course, but not necessarily like a charge for the reading. But if any of you guys come out to my open house, just remember to be nice because the students out there are just learning or working on their craft. They also will have business cards and a tip jar, and you guys are also welcome to join in to the readings that I'm doing and stuff like that. So hi to everybody saying hi to me. Some of these names look really familiar, like Liz Card. That name looks very familiar to me. And Natalie Berzosa. That name also looks very familiar to me. So thank you guys who've known me for a while who tune into these with me. I appreciate it. So hello, Paul and Kelly in LA. Oh, there's a few people in LA. Right on. California people. Good to see you. I usually wait until we get just a few more people. So I just wanted to kind of let you know while we're waiting to do the readings. You see my cat in the background. I'm in my new place that we moved into. I love it here. I absolutely love this house. Hi to everybody signing on, and just know, like I said, there's an open house coming up next Sunday, the 28th, and there'll be student readings, and I'll be doing readings, and we're going to incorporate the online people with the other people at the open house, so that you guys can participate even if you don't live in Colorado. And then you can even enter the drawings. We'll find a way to do that. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but we're going to do it where you can enter the drawings as well for the free readings. And there's like a free house blessing kit and stuff like that. So hi to all you guys signing on. And for YouTube and Facebook people, it's good to see you. And just so you guys know, my friend Anthony, who comes out every year, he comes out once a year and does demonstrations with me in my office. And he is coming back, and usually he didn't used to come till like early November, but now he's coming in mid-October, and the tickets for that are on my website. So you guys are welcome. Hi, Mike's mom. Mike's mom's on here where it says Sharon Garcia. That's my kid's dad. My love, that's his mom. And she signs on, and she'll be helping at the open house too. So if any of you guys ever wanted to meet Mike's mom, she'll be there helping. But it's good to see all you guys signing on, and just know that Anthony is coming October, I think it's 14th and 15th, or it's on the website. I think it's 14th and 15th. And we do smaller group readings. He usually does them for like hundreds of people. I think 50, 55 is a good number for me. So if any of you guys are interested in that, I would tell you to grab those tickets before they sell out, because I don't think we've had a year where it didn't sell out. And so those are on my website. And then, hi, Alicia Strain. Your name looks familiar to me as well. But the house blessing stuff, just in case you guys wanted to know, I have a house blessing business. Hi to everybody signing on. I've had that business for years. I periodically get the chance to dedicate energy to it, but it looks like I'm in this space where I can dedicate more energy to it. But I created house blessing kits so people can bless their houses on their own. There's also some cool little shit that I have for sale on there, and we're working on getting like, I have somebody that I know who makes the oils, and I'm going to buy wholesale from her. And then you'll see like all kinds of, hello, it seems to be a California kind of night. I see several people from California tonight. But the house blessing kits, they're on my website. It's homesweethomeblessings.com. And so there's different ones for different things. Like if you want to clear your house and just like build up the energy of it. The most popular kit is the Everything But the Kitchen Sink kit, and it includes like protection for your house, but it also includes like adding things for prosperity, peace, love, happiness, good health, connection with your loved ones a little bit more. So that's what those kits are, and they're all on the website. And the kits come with a full set of instructions on how to do them, because for all the years where I used to go bless houses, I would just basically tell people how to do it, because it's so much more powerful when you do your house blessing versus having someone else do it. Hello in Colorado. I am also in Colorado, but hi to all you guys. I don't know for any of you guys who've seen this, but on my business page, business Facebook page, I posted a video because I went out to New York on September 12th. Again, I was there last year, but this year we took some of my brother's ashes and put them into one of those mortar fireworks that blows up in the sky. And it was his illegal firework that he had under his bed. And I took it and used it and put some of his ashes in it. And then I went to his favorite beach where we had lots of good memories and lit it off. It's like a 6-second video, but it is on my Facebook business page. If you guys want to see it, it's really cool. But the little black figure running away, that's me, because it's dark and it's sunset at the beach. But luckily we didn't get in trouble or anything. Hello, all you Colorado people. Some of your names all look really familiar. So I know I've met many of you. I'm sure of it. So it's good to see you all here. I purchased one of your house blessing kits many years ago. It was a kitchen sink. I am the bread lady for those. Oh, I remember you. The bread. I remember you. The lady with the bread. I got several things of bread from you. What does this say? I'm not sure I know what a house blessing kit is. Can you say more? Oh yeah. So she put that a little earlier. So I was just talking about these kits that I made on I think the 24th Wednesday night. I'm doing an online class. That's just like a brief overview. It's like $30. It's an online class, in person, online, and it is like a real brief or not brief. It's like an in-depth discussion on how to bless your house and stuff like that. You don't need to buy a kit to take the class. You just pay for the registration of the class. But it kind of tells you everything that's in it and how to do it. So yeah, Steph commented, she loves your bread. I also love your bread for the bread lady who's on here. So it's good to see you. And for any of you guys who've had readings from me, it's nice to see you again. As you know, I don't remember shit. So every reading is a new experience. That's why I always ask, but hopefully there's always new people, new information showing up, even though the way they died obviously isn't gonna change. But it's good to see all you guys signing on here. I'm just waiting a couple more minutes and then we'll get started doing some readings. And just so you guys know, please don't put a bunch of your personal information in the feed, especially not on Facebook, because there's always scammers, always like, I have a message for you or whatever. So don't do it. It's not me. It's definitely not any of my students doing that either, because that's not really ethically good. So if you guys just try not to put too much of your information. I'll kind of share information about a loved one or a psychic thing, and I might throw in some tarot cards in here. And so we'll do some readings and I'll pull you on into this on this screen with me. So once I figure out who I'm going to go to, then all you have to do is click the link and I'll bring you on. If you don't feel dressed appropriately to be showing up on a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live, that's totally fine. You can just do audio. But audio or visual, you can always come on camera as well. It's a split screen for any of you guys who've done this with me before. You guys are welcome to join in that way as well. So I'll share information about who I'm picking up. And then we'll just kind of narrow that down. But last time I did some psychic stuff too, and that was kind of fun as well. Because as you guys know, I don't just do talking to dead people. I also talk about people's lives and stuff going on for them. And on here, I definitely, when it comes to psychic stuff, I definitely have limits to the information that I pick up that I will share in a public platform like this, but I'll get as close to it as possible. I just don't want to like cross any boundaries because it's not exactly like the most private way to do it. And Brenda on YouTube, I think I know who you are, and I think I know your last name, but I'm not going to say it because it's not your thing, but I remember your name. So I'm sorry if I don't remember the reading, but I remember your name. So any of you guys who want to participate, just know what I'll do is I'll kind of start like right now. If any of you guys are watching this and you want to get a reading in person, obviously you can go to my website and schedule it. We have that open house coming up. Or if you just want to check it out and see what it's about, me and my friend Anthony will be doing some readings in early October or mid-October. And there's only 2 shows and they're both at my office. And we don't do online with that. That's just us in person. So Stephanie will share all that information with you guys. So just look on Facebook and on the YouTube that she's commenting on both platforms. And if you want to come to the open house, we would really appreciate it just if you RSVP'd so that we had a better idea of like how many people to expect. And then the other thing too is that we have student readers there. And since I'm going to do kind of like an open gallery, open-ended kind of thing in the first hour and the last hour, in that 11 to 1 slot, I have friends that I teach with and other things that I'm going to be talking about. So you guys are welcome to come and do that. So, and if any of you guys have ever taken classes from me before before I start doing readings. If any of you have ever started taking classes from me or have taken psychic classes and you want to do something like this, you're welcome to hand out your business cards. You're also welcome to give tips as well, because they're out there for free for a couple of hours stretching out of their comfort zone. So any kind of support for them would be absolutely lovely. So, all right, here we go. So let's get this party started. I haven't done readings today, so I'm not totally like tired like I usually can be sometimes when I'm doing these. But I am going to play with some tarot cards here. Hi, Angela. I remember her, and she has a son who's always present. Every time I see her name, I know he's around, like immediately. And I think his name is Derek, I think. But he is here. And as always, Angela, greetings from your son. He just seems to have, some of you guys have come to me like many times. And even though I don't always remember your loved ones, they remember me. Even if it's someone like you guys, I'm giving readings tonight. And if it's someone I've done a reading for, I'm not always sure if I've read you before. That's why I ask. But I ask you not to remind me or give me details. Devin, not Derek. Her son's name is Devin. But I ask you guys, just don't feed the psychic information. Let me give you the information and pass on any messages. And you're also welcome as we do this. Remember, try not to put too much information on there. And then are on the comments, because there's so many scammers out there. I don't want you guys to get scammed. Stephanie's posting links. She'll be posting the link to get on here with me, but please know that I'm not going to take anyone else until I've made the connection. So if I make a connection with someone and I say that's who I want to connect with, then that's who I want to connect with. And Diana, you're back in Colorado. Yes, that is awesome. I know her. She took classes from me. And I know you're doing readings now, Diana. And if you want to come out to my open house and do some student readings and pass out your cards and stuff, you are welcome to. So just so you guys know that. But let's get started. I'm just going to start with like a quickie psychic one just to kind of like get revved up. But as what happened last time is I start with a psychic one and then it ends up where I'm talking to people's loved ones. So I'm probably going to be on here until about 8. Okay. So I'm going to do several readings, or as many as I can, fit in as many as I can. And I might pick someone out, and then it takes a while for them to get on there. So while they're doing that, I'll pick my next person. So that way we can kind of keep things going a little more and a little more. Let's see. What does that say? Oh, hi, Kathy Moran. Oh, Anthony was there too. Oh, right on. So yeah, so it's an awesome event. It's so cool to have to see different mediums work together, because we all work so different. I've missed you too, Diana. I'm excited for whenever I get to see you next, because I'm going to hug your face off. But it's a really cool thing to get to work with other mediums, and there's not a lot of other mediums that I work with. So he's one of the very few that I actually do readings with and stuff. So, and if you guys come to my open house, all my classes and stuff for next year, including a tarot class that I'm teaching with Sarah Martucci and Jen Welty, it's called the Tarot Trio. We're going to do it last year, but it just didn't work. So we're doing it this year. And then for any of you guys who are in the South, Anthony and I are going back to doing readings next spring again. For any of you guys on the coast, on the East Coast, in North Carolina, Georgia, is it Georgia? Savannah, North Carolina, and South Carolina. And yeah, there's one in Charleston, there's one in Charlotte, there's one in Raleigh, and there's one in Savannah. So we'll be doing those again. But let's get started here. So I'm going to start instead with some cards and then pick who I'm going to with this. And this is a new deck for me, so I'm always playing with new decks. All right. So I actually feel like I am going to talk to, Angela. Angela, I see you. I just stay tuned, okay? Because if I get any messages from him, because he's like right here all the time, whenever I do this, he's like right here. So I will share it, just not at the present moment. So I'm looking at a psychic thing. And to me, whoever I'm talking about here has been like struggling with a lot of like ups and downs with finances, with kind of like getting things moving in their life. This might actually just be a general one before I move into the mediumship ones. But I think this might apply to a few people. So this is why I'm just going to say this. And then we'll move on to the first love one kind of thing. But this is what I'm saying. I feel like, and I'll try to be as ungeneral as possible or non-general. But it looks like there's someone out there, maybe more than one of you, that have been struggling with like some back and forth stuff with where you live and your finances and stuff like that. It's like a big wishy-washy kind of like up and down thing for you right now. And you're hoping that there recently was like information. So like if it's something where you had a court case or you're waiting to get feedback from unemployment, or you were, whatever it is, there was a struggle, but recently you would have gotten information saying that the struggle is close to an end. And so because you would have recently gotten that, it seems like you're hopeful because you have the outcome, but you're not really sure about how much time it's going to take, because the outcome has been like, you get like a thumbs up, but you're not really sure how that is going to translate into helping you right now because you have like this hard time going on. It could also be, no, I think it's connected to like finances, health, is a very root chakra kind of energy. So it's just everyday life stuff, like where you live, how you pay your bills, stuff like that. It's not really about a career. It might be about your physical health. And it might also be somebody that has there's Stephanie is on there. She says that she's my daughter and she's going to show the link. But I feel like when I'm looking at this, if it's health, you would have recently gotten a diagnosis, but not really sure where you're moving from here. So the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like somebody is on the precipice of something getting better. Something that's been really shitty getting better. It doesn't feel like it's getting better now, but it feels like it's getting better within the last week of September. And then it starts to kind of roll forward from there. It's like a bunch of stuff that recently there would have been some kind of sign, like a green flag or moving forward. And so I see that, but now is the time where, because you have this information, you'll be able to contact and get resources to help you. So I just want to say that looks kind of important. And if you feel like that applies to you, I'm probably not going to pull you on, but I am going to tell you guys, also, in astrology, we're like in eclipse season. So between September 7th and September 21st, it's kind of like a very intense time. It's been a very intense time for a lot of people. Even for me, like I went to New York. I'm from there. I've been there a million times, and I had my phone and my cash, my lucky money stolen, and then my other little lucky wallet, I left it somewhere. So it's been a very interesting time. And I can't imagine it's just me. Eclipse season is not fun for anyone, but luckily it's over on the 21st. But it does look like there's a couple of you out there who it might apply to, that you've been going through some struggles. You recently saw a green flag or something moving in a positive direction. And now those resources that you need will be available to you. And it's mainly like they're available to you because you'll be able to have clarity around what you have and what you don't have. For example, if you were someone and you're waiting to hear back about, like, if you got approved for Social Security, that's some people, Social Security, disability, people wait forever for that. But when they're waiting for that, in the meantime, they don't necessarily have an income to where they know what their money is going to look like coming in the future. So if you get the letter or you get the call or something like that, it may have happened recently. This is just an example, but it may have happened recently. There might also be a diagnosis recently, but whatever. And by recently, I mean like in the last few days or today. But it kind of leads you down a path to be able to get the help that you need. So just know that there's also some astrological shit going on right now. So if you're feeling a little stressed, not to mention all the other crap that's going on in the world, but I just want to say, keep your chin up, have faith in the process. You trust the process, even if you don't completely understand the process. I see you guys commenting. Let's see what I got here. Was a widow and disabled, and we were waiting to see if she qualified for my dad's Social Security. And my sister and I have been super stressed about keeping my mom stable, and now we just found out she is approved. Oh, awesome, for my dad's Social Security. Lovely. I love hearing that. And I just randomly started talking about Social Security. So that is a good thing. And just know, I don't think this is why I didn't just pick one person. This is why I kind of did an overall reading. It's just so that you guys know, like, the way things are, well, maybe the way things are in certain areas, we're still waiting for some changes. But as far as this goes, I feel like you guys have, it's like things are opening, windows are opening. So I just want to say that. I do feel like, so now I'm going to talk to a spirit, okay? And I'm going to tell you about this spirit. So I don't want you guys putting in there, and good luck to all of you with the things that you're struggling with, because it is not easy with like just the way things are right now. And things are much more complicated than they need to be, for people's immigration status, for their health insurance, for their Social Security, for all of those things are going on really strongly in the United States. So please know that it will get better. It's not going to stay like this forever. So I want to talk about a spirit. So again, don't put your information in there. Please don't. Let me kind of choose. So I feel like what I have here is, so you guys, I don't look at people's body parts. I tune into dead people, what they feel like as masculine or feminine. And that's kind of why I have an issue with all the transgender stuff, because your soul doesn't have a gender. You can be whatever you want to be. And so the soul that I have coming through right now is a soul of somebody who was one of those kinds of people who could be a very strong-willed, independent, feminine, or female with masculine energy, or vice versa. Or it could be a man with more delicate, wears his heart on a sleeve kind of energy. But the person that I have coming through would have died from injuries, very specifically injuries. That seems to be a thing. I don't know how they received those injuries, but what I do know is that this is something where people were very worried about if this person was okay or not. So whoever this is, they kind of challenge the normal things that we associate with feminine and masculine. So sometimes I see that with single women, with gay men, with people who are transgender, whatever. It looks like this person died from an injury and they are not what they appear on the outside. I kind of think I have a woman here who's like very independent, strong-willed. She may have also been like a single mother. And she does have living kids. I don't know that they're little, but I know she has living kids. Maybe they're teenagers, maybe they're in their early 20s. She was definitely a strong, independent woman. But there are injuries for her when she dies. And I feel like there's also this thing about someone. So this is very interesting. Someone has planted something on her behalf. You may have planted a flower garden. These look like flowers to me, or maybe planted a tree. But I keep getting all this stuff around nature. So I feel like there's ways that she's been honored in nature that seem to be really important to kind of like add here. But she's telling me or I think it's a she, and I think she just was a single mom and she had to do a lot on her own. And there's like a physical injury for her when she dies. Um, and I also feel like she is kind of she's like this bright personality. So I feel like her personality is pretty amazing. And she was strong and she raised kids on her own. But what happened to her at the end of her life just seems like it was really shitty. So I just want to say that. And I don't know why it's showing StreamYard stuff on there. Oh, I think Stephanie got rid of that. Okay. So I'm with this woman. She has living kids, and she talks about having more than one, and that she died unexpectedly, and that there may have been injuries for her. The only other thing I could think of is if she possibly overdosed, but I kind of think she had injuries, or maybe she was doing something that caused injuries. But she is very intent on making her presence known. So I'm kind of thinking one of you guys are her kids, or adult kid, or parent, or she's an adult though. And so she leaves behind kids and she tells me that there's family taking care of them. So I'm going to leave this right here for now, and see if any of you guys give me any feedback about this, so that I can pull you on. But she is, and just know you guys, this isn't the only reading I'm going to do. I want to do another one as well. But she's telling me that when she died, it's just like super it's like, I think if she overdosed, she must have also injured herself at the same time. She may have had a head injury or something like that, but the overdose may be the cause, but there are injuries associated with that. So I want most of this to be able to resonate with you. I think her mom is still living. She doesn't seem to have a mother with her. She only has a grandmother with her. Her mom might be alive, but her kids, and it seems like there's more than one, who is still living as well. And I just feel like she has been waiting for this. So my thoughts are somebody asked her to come. And that's why she's showing up. So instead of belaboring this, I'm going to let you guys we'll see if anything. I see someone say their sister overdosed. Someone saying a little bit of this resonates with me. So what I would say, the most important pieces of information that need to resonate with you is that she still has living family and has living kids. That there might have been some kind of drug or alcohol involved around the time of her death, and she may have died from, like, I don't know, that's alcohol. I feel like it might be like drugs or something like that. But she also would have had maybe a head injury or something, or had fallen at the time. So that is what I would say. I see a few of you saying like, oh, that resonates with me. So I'll just kind of wait and see what kind of pops up. And then I'll move on to the next one. But she's here. And somebody's watching that is older than her. But she does keep talking about, also, she must have had a pretty difficult relationship. An aneurysm. Where is that? Chelsea Brack. Did she fall? That it's like she had some kind of injury. Like I can feel it. So when you said she died of an aneurysm. So I'm talking to Chelsea here. And so I don't know what her connection would be to you, but if it's an aneurysm, she might have like fallen down, or she might have had some kind of medication or something like that. Cause this is it's very specifically, she had an injury that caused bleeding. So I'm going to leave her to the side. Okay. And we'll move on to somebody else, but I know that eventually we'll get to wherever she needs to go. Oh, Melissa B. Melissa B. Hey. Uh, I Yeah. So Melissa B, who's on here, she's a YouTube watcher. Stephanie is putting on YouTube, it's under Stephanie Moore. That's my daughter. She's putting the link to get you on here. But I think you might be the one. You might be the one. So let's talk to Melissa B. Oh, in California. I said there was a lot of California going on tonight. So here we have it. And that might have been why I noticed so much California-ness. But Steph is putting the link in there. So if you click the link, I'll see you when you pop in. And then you can do audio only, or you can do camera as well. I mean, it's not like there's a million people watching, so it's fine to do camera, but it's totally up to you. So while I'm waiting for her to get on here, because I do think this might very well be Melissa B, I will also kind of like tune into somebody else. So I'm going to move this lady over until Melissa comes on, and then we'll talk to her. But for you, Angela Roos, who's Devin's mom, and I've read her before and I've talked to her some before, and I swear that this guy, every single time his mom is watching, he is talking. But I also know that you take care of his kids. And he just keeps talking about, like, there's been some struggles around that lately, that possibly he has a son that you've had some struggles with. And he just says that he's there kind of like trying to help out. Or trying to inspire good things. That's what our loved ones can do. They're in the same frequency as like a good idea or an aha moment or something like that. So they can help us the best that they can through inspiring the living. So I just want to say that Angela, for her son, and I know she takes care of his kids, and I know he's gone, and I've talked to him many times. But I feel like he is really here just to give support to his mom tonight. So I wanted to, and so I just wanted to pass that on. I don't see you yet, Melissa B. Oh, you are definitely struggling with his son. Okay, Angela, I know that he is doing his best to try to, I know that he is doing his best to try to inspire help for his son, because it's not just about the son getting the message. It's about having maybe some interventions or some help, because it does seem like it's a really big deal. I also feel like it might be that he needs some kind of additional help that might come within the community, or a therapist or something like that. So I want to pass that on, but I want to let you know that your son is still right there. And it's so difficult because I think it's just kind of like the stuff with his son is kind of triggering you a little bit to stuff with your son. And so he's just saying he's doing his best to try to help the best he can. So we're still going to wait for Melissa to try to get on. But I'm going to move into somebody else. And then I'll talk about that person, and then we'll go to Melissa whenever I'm able to get her. So I do feel like what I'm talking about now is I have a pair. So I have a male and female pair. And they could be a set of parents, they could be a couple, but I have a male and a female pair here. I think that they died close in time, but not at the same time. They're both older. I feel like the lady went first and then the man. I'm thinking they're a couple. I don't think they're brother and sister. I think they're definitely a couple. But I think the guy thought he would go first. But actually, as it turns out, it wasn't. It ended up being the woman who goes first. I think they're a couple. I think they're like parents. And so I feel like I have like a pair of parents here. And the guy lived longer than the woman, not by very much, but he is saying that he thought that she would be gone or he thought he would be gone first. He wasn't really with it anymore at the end, but she still did die first. So Melissa, I see you, my dear. I'm going to pick you up here. But you guys just keep that in mind for the next person that I talk to. Try not to put too much information in there. But if you have maybe a set of parents over there in the spirit world, older parents, they're not young, and they're coming through where they were both kind of like not well, and everybody thought he would die first, and it ended up being her, and then he went maybe like a couple just a little bit after. It was definitely not a long time. So the parents are here. I will get to you. It looks like Tim, mom went first, then dad. So I might actually have it. This is Crystal. I know your name. I think I've read you before. So I'm going to add Melissa right now. But I might be with you, Tim. I am not exactly sure, but possibly. Melissa, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. So nice to meet you. I saw your face there for a minute. And now we're just on voice, which is fine. You don't have to be live on camera. So are you the one who has, let me go back here. This lady who she might have had an injury, but maybe she had drugs or overdose. She has living kids. She has a living mom. She would be connected to you, possibly a little bit older, and there might have been an injury for her of falling or something like that that happened around the same time. But I don't know that she died of the injury. I feel like she died of drugs. So does that make sense for your? I think you said it was a cousin.
It's my cousin. Yes. It was her birthday 2 days ago.
Her birthday was 2 days
and
ago.
Her mother's visiting my mother from out of state.
Yeah. And she's telling me though that I don't know that they're around your mother or your mom or whoever, but
No, they're not.
I do feel like though she's coming through because she is certainly has a lot of personality. And I think that she either was a single mom or she's just like this really independent, strong-willed woman. Because there's something about her energy that even when she wasn't right, she thought she was right. So that just seems to be her energy. And I feel like she tested the limits, tested the boundaries a lot in life, but even with whatever her extracurricular activities were. She's always testing limits. And I feel like actually there were kind of like your family or something, there were lots of struggles with her strong personality. But she doesn't seem to give a shit about that. She seems absolutely happy when she's coming through because I don't think I've ever read you. Have I?
Yeah, you have earlier this year, actually.
Nice to re-meet you. Have I ever talked to her?
No.
Okay.
No.
Perfect. So I'm sorry I don't remember our reading, and it just says Melissa, so I'm not exactly sure. But I've read you before, but I haven't talked to her because she acts like she's new to the party. And I actually feel like she is definitely the type of person who doesn't mind being in the middle of a big reading like this, where there's like 50, 60 people watching, and she looks good, and she's dressed like she's ready to go to the club. She looks good. And like her hair looks good, her makeup looks good. She's got like the perfect whatever. But I just feel like this is how she wants to show up because she had some really hard times when she was here, but she doesn't like to admit it. When she's alive, obviously in spirit, she can admit it. But when she's alive, she doesn't even like to really ask for help from people. So she just kind of did a lot on her own. And it usually took quite a bit to get her to accept help. And I also honestly feel like her mom's the same way because she's trying to send signs and signals to her mom. And then also, does she have 2 kids or is it 3?
She's got 3 actually.
Okay. So it must be like 2 and 1 or 2 boys and a girl.
Exactly.
Whatever. And do they have different dads though?
Yes, the 2 older ones have the same father. Yeah, and the little one, the younger one has a different.
She says she's got 3 kids. There's like 2 boys and a girl, but there's 2 dads. And she's talking about that because she says that one of the dads isn't exactly helpful. And the other one just seems like kind of brokenhearted about everything. So I get the feeling from your cousin, who feels like your sister, honestly, that she's saying not only is she trying to help her mom and her family. Oh, wait a minute though. Is her dad gone?
Yes,
Like,
he
her
is.
father's with her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He's like, here, he just showed up. He said, oh, I got her. Because the mom is still here, and that's the girl's dad. That's your cousin's dad, who I'm assuming would be your uncle, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's gone, and I think he died pretty unexpectedly as well. For like different circumstances, very different circumstances. But he's here too because he died before her, right?
No, he died after.
Okay. So
but
I haven't talked to him
after
yet.
Her.
Okay. I haven't talked to him yet for you though.
No, he hasn't.
Okay. So this is your uncle then. This is her dad. So he dies after her. But for some reason, it's really important to tell you that he's standing right next to her. So I thought maybe that's who she met when she got there, but apparently that's who she met after she got there. But the thing about her dad is that I just feel like he kind of, I know you said he went shortly after, but I kind of feel like he had a really hard time with this. And like, not just that, but like he kind of took a lot on himself, like maybe blamed himself for things or something like that. So he's peaceful now. He dies in a different way, which seems a little more natural than what happened to her. But he wanted to say hello too. So will you be talking to her mom soon? Because I know you said her mom's visiting your mom. I feel like this lady wants to give a shout out to her family, and she says you're the perfect one to do it. I guess you're not shy. And so she's telling me you're the perfect one to do it, to let everybody know she's here and she's okay. She did have some kind of injury when she died, but I kind of feel like the overdose was the thing. But there's some kind of weird unexplained shit around it as well. And it has more to do with what she was doing at the time, more than anything else. So she's got like, yeah, it's an overdose, but yeah, she's got some injuries, and yeah, there's more to the story than what meets the eye. And I feel like they're still trying to figure that out. So I don't know if they're trying to figure out if it was foul play or not, because I'm not sure that's what it is, but it's just like, what the hell was she doing before this? Because it just seems like something's a little off. But I think it has more to do with where she was and who she was with. And that kind of is really connected to whatever happened to her. So I just want to let you know that. And she's with her dad, who's your uncle. And they both seem to be giving a shout out to her mom, but also apparently your mother as well. But the uncle never would have done anything like this. He's completely shocked that he's talking to me right now, or that I picked him up. He's standing right next to her, but she's like, look, it works, because she definitely believed this kind of stuff or something. I feel like your cousin was all,
got me into,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, she totally got me into psychic and all of this. So,
so she's got no problems communicating, but your uncle is like, what the hell? So I just want to tell you that he's here, and he wanted to kind of give this message that he was with her, and that I guess he made it over there okay. So I just want to tell you that because your cousin, she looks good, but she's telling me that like there's not foul play, but it was who she was with and what she was doing, and it's nothing like that anyone needs to worry about. She does seem to keep an eye on her kids. Two of them are a little older. And I feel like they're a little more independent than the other one. So I just want to say that to you and let you know she's doing awesome. I also want to let you know she butt in front of everybody else, and that is her personality through and through. She just like, I'm here. So the reason that I couldn't tell at first that she was chick is because she's so strong-willed that it was almost like a masculine energy, like coming in and running shit. So I just feel like that's how your cousin is. So I'm sure you have other loved ones over there that I've talked to before, but in the interest of time, I'm going to move on to the next person. but I just want to say hello from your cousin and hello from your uncle, and that they seem to be standing together in the spirit world. The beautiful thing is, I think you're a YouTube watcher or you were a YouTube person. Whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, the live reading is on there. So you can kind of scroll to wherever we started your reading. And that way they can hear it too, because she's very eager to talk to everybody. And she freaking loves being the center of attention.
She does.
And she looks good. So make sure that when she's the center of attention, she's a good looking center of attention. Yeah. And you have felt her. She says you've talked to her before, or felt like she was around you, like you felt her presence and you wondered if that was really her. And she's like, yes, girl, it's me. She is so like.
Those are her words you're really using right now.
What?
Those are her words that you're using right now. It's exactly the way she spoke to me.
Well, that's like, she's like, girl, it's me. It is me. She's doing weird shit, or weird shit's happening around you. And she's like, it's me. And she just, I mean, like there's some errors in judgment around the end of her life, but you have felt her. You've had moments where you thought she's been around and she's been kind of stalking you, because she's the one that got you connected to this stuff anyway. So just know, yeah. And there's something also about like a flickering light or something like that. So,
oh my God, yes. The lights have been flickering like all last week.
Yes.
Coming into this week. And I told my mom, I said, her birthday's coming up.
Yep.
You know, what is it? I didn't think it was her though, flickering the lights. I thought it was my other grandparents, but okay. Thank you.
It's her. She says, I flickered the lights. And you just kind of thought it was weird, but she says like, she can go immediately to you because you are hearing her. And it's probably because she opened you up to all this stuff, but it often just sounds like your own voice in your head, and the frequency of energy of these loved ones. It does cause like electronic disturbances. It's not like she's not making the lights flicker, but the lights flicker because she's around. And she must have also, because I don't think time is real or whatever, so she must have known that tonight was going to happen. So she might have been visiting you from, you know, like she might have just known she was going to talk to you. So it was very nice to re-meet you. I'm glad I got some new people for you. And I know that everybody's doing fine over there. So pay attention to the flickering lights. It's your cousin. You're welcome.
We'll be reading you later on. I know I need a translator for my mother, but I'll be booking something.
Oh, and I do readings with you can do a translator too. I do readings with translators all the time. So no problem. Just let me know though, or let my assistant know that you're going to have a translator, because sometimes I can add just a little bit more time. That way you don't cut into the because a reading, I talk so fast that it's a lot to communicate and translate. So if you let my assistant know, we can maybe put you at the end of the day or start you a little earlier than I normally start. So that way she gets like a fair shot of an hour reading or a half hour instead of like 15 minutes of translation. So
got it.
Just let us know.
You.
We'll
Thank you. Appreciate you so much.
You're very welcome. And I hope the rest of your day is freaking awesome. It was very nice to re-meet you. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. I think I might be with this Tim guy. So I think I'm doing that next because I have a pair of parents. The mom goes first, but the dad thought he was going to go first. But they go close in time together. And I think he mentioned something earlier about a 6-month thing between them. Thank you guys for signing on. Stephanie, if you can put for Tim, who is on YouTube as well, if he can join in or click the link, I'll get you Tim. You can do it audio only like Melissa just did, or you can come on camera. It's totally up to you. And we did talk about this just moments ago before I did Melissa's reading. There was this couple here. They're a pair and they're a pair of parents. And there seems to be this thing where it's like one thought the other one was going to go first, and it didn't happen in that order. And yeah, and you said they joked who was going to go first. So, but they're still together. So just click the link when Stephanie puts it on there. And I just want to tell you guys that I have an open house coming up next Sunday, the 28th. It's the 28th, right? On the 28th. And it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time. If you're online, you can participate. And if you are in Colorado, definitely come on down. I do some free giveaways. I talk about upcoming classes. I do some readings for an hour in the beginning, or 45 minutes in the beginning and 45 minutes at the end. And then we give away the giveaways and stuff. So if any of you guys want to participate in that, you are absolutely welcome to. And if I have any of you who have ever taken classes from me, or out there like doing readings and still kind of getting your stuff going, if you want to come and do some practice readings at my event, you're absolutely welcome to. Stephanie put the RSVP up there. We're going to try to coordinate it. So I think we have 1 or 2 online readers. So we're going to try to coordinate it. So if you're online, you might be able to get readings, and if not. And so Diana, I see you. So, all right. So Tim is here. I'm going to pull him on here. And just a reminder also that my friend Anthony is coming out in mid-October. He is one of the only mediums I do demonstrations with, and he is going to come out and do some readings with me for a couple of nights. So if you want tickets, that event usually sells out pretty quickly. If you're interested, the tickets are available online. And for those of you who want to come to my open house, you can do it online. I think we're going to set it up though as a Zoom link. And so you'll get like a Zoom request thing to make it work better that way. But if you guys are interested in that, please reach out. You can RSVP on the website. There's information on my Facebook page. There's definitely information on my website for the Anthony tickets and for the upcoming event. And at that event, I'll be doing readings there for free. It's a free event. I like to do it like once a year to like bring everybody together and say thank you to you guys for helping me do what I love for the last 21 years. I appreciate that. So I like to do it once a year, and I like to do these like maybe once or twice a month. I think we have another one coming up too for any of you guys who are interested. I don't remember if it's Tuesday night or Wednesday. I think it's probably Tuesday or Monday night. Stephanie can let you know, but I'm sure that's also on my Facebook page and on my website as well. And if you want to get on my mailing list, you can just go on the website and do that way. But let me bring Tim in here. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi.
I can hear you.
I have seen your name in multiple live readings. Have I ever read you before?
You did one time a few years ago.
Did I talk to your parents at the time?
I think you talked to my dad.
Okay. So I've got both of them here. And I think that she went first, but they both had like massive health issues stuff. But she went first by surprise. I feel like, honestly, I think she thought that he was going to go first, and I think he did too. So it seems like it was a little surprising to both of them, but they seem to be coming together. And I think they're both coming because of some stuff going on in your life right now. They're telling me that you're in the midst of some big changes, and that those changes have been like not all comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And
some
so,
health issues.
Yeah. And so you're just not, you're still hard time is what they're telling me. And they're telling me that you're having some struggles. So if those struggles are with health issues, then they're with health issues, but it's lots of stuff. It feels like it's not just health issues. It's maybe even like what you're able to do, what you're not able to do, limitations, feeling limited, stuff like that. And I feel like you must have been close to both of your parents. And I think you also have siblings, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
I took care of both of them for the last few years of their life.
Yeah, and I think you lived with them. And
I did.
and they both seem very close to you, but they're also telling me that you have some siblings. But I feel like the majority of whatever went on, that you helped them with that, because there's a lot of gratitude from your parents, and they're trying to send it back to you, so that they're trying to send it back to you. So they're just like sending that energy your way to be like kind of like what I was talking about with Melissa, that they can inspire things. They're in the place of a good idea. And so sometimes those good ideas just sound like our ideas, but they can implant those ideas with a doctor. They can implant them in members of your family. They can put them in your head. It all just sounds like us because they don't have discarnate voice boxes. Yeah. So I just want to say that it looks like they're trying to help you, or to like pay it forward or help you out. Do you also have a sister though that like lives in a different state or something?
Yes, I have 3 sisters and they all live in different
In
states.
different states. Okay. But I keep getting like something about one of your sisters that seems to live east of you. I'm not exactly sure what state that is. And I think that sister has kids, and I think she is also in the process of like going through some pretty difficult changes for her as well. It's not all of your sisters, it's one specific sister that they're talking about, and they say she lives to the east of you. So do any of your sisters live in a state east of wherever you are?
Yeah, I'm here in Colorado with you, and one lives in Alabama and one still lives in Florida.
Let's talk about the one in Alabama. Does she have kids as well?
She's the only one that has kids.
Okay, she has kids. So this is about the one with the kids, that's east of you. Alabama's east of you. I would say like Florida is southeast of Colorado, but I know Alabama is just east, and I know it's like lower in the states. But she just says your mom is talking, and she's telling me that her grandkids, there's been some stress with the mom and the family and her grandkids and stuff. So I just feel like your sister's got a lot of shit going on. You've got a lot of shit going on. That sister with kids has a lot going on. And it's just like, I think that you may have a sibling that might be wanting to move closer to her, or her closer to you, or something about your siblings living closer. Two of your siblings, maybe you and a sibling living closer together, is what your parents are talking about. So does that make sense? Like, are any of your sisters wanting to move closer to another one?
I think my oldest one in Alabama is wanting to move back to Florida.
Okay. So, and then
She
you got
went to
the other.
Alabama, but I'm sorry. She went to Alabama because her husband's parents her husband's mother just passed, but she
And so
wants to come back to Florida.
I think that I feel like she'll be going back to Florida. I feel like two of your sisters are going to move close to each other, and that's upcoming. There are like a lot of little roadblocks with that, but your parents are saying that they're doing everything they can to kind of grease the wheels of fate, so that your sister can get back to Florida and be closer to your other sister. But I feel like for you right now, are you still in your parents' house?
No, I left when Dad passed, I moved out here to Colorado.
You moved out to Colorado. Okay. So I feel like some of your parents' stuff, I don't know if it's the furniture of their house or their actual house, but I just feel like there's a lot of stuff still left from them, that they're talking about, like people in the family use, or something like that. So, and I feel like I'm maybe talking about your sisters. I don't know that you have a ton of it. But you definitely have some of their stuff with you, is what they're saying. And they seem to travel with all of their kids everywhere you guys go. So I feel like your parents now have kind of, I don't know, they like got stronger in the spirit world, or They're just happy
Yeah.
to be here. And
You told me when you read me before that they got closer together when they both passed than they were
in life,
before they passed.
yeah. And so if I've
And
already
that,
told you that, because I know you said you didn't think I talked to your mom, but I probably talked to your dad. But they're both there together. And they're wanting to show up this way for you as a pair. And as a pair, because I feel like one of them might have had some like cognitive decline with one of your parents. I think it might have been your father. But
it
there
was.
seems to be, I don't know if it's dementia or something. It's like a cognitive decline and a little paranoia and a little like frustration with your dad, probably. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Dad had dementia and Parkinson's.
Okay. And so I just feel like your dad, he also, not only with the dementia and the Parkinson's, but I feel like he started to get a little paranoid about things. He says his back is feeling better because he's telling me he was complaining about his back a lot. He says like he didn't feel good, but at the end, after your mom passed, I don't know that he fully absorbed all of that. And
He did not.
it's just like
He
he
did
wasn't
not.
in a
He
place
did.
to
He didn't
absorb.
know it.
Yeah.
Right. He
And
forgot, and when I brought it up a second time, he would cry again, and
yeah. And you didn't
he
want to
would
put him through
forget.
that. I think you did the right thing. Uh, he's saying like he was happy to see her, but honestly, I feel like your dad was ready to dip out of his body. He does seem all kind of clenched up there at the end and non-responsive. So I actually feel like he's saying your mom came and got him early. And so he must have left his body before his body physically died. So I just want to let you know your dad is with your mom. They understand that you're having some struggles right now, and they understand that your sister had some problems, and they're probably working to kind of like grease the wheels to get her back to Florida. But there's also something about you looking for someone. Are you single?
I am.
Okay. And
I've
have you been
never
like,
been married.
okay. They're telling me that you want a relationship. It doesn't have to be a marriage, but that you would like a partner or companion or something like that, because you're tired being on your own. And so, whatever's going on there, I feel like your parents are also helping with that. Just make sure you're out and about and talking to people. I kind of think that you sometimes think you're very limited in being able to find a relationship, but I don't know that I don't really feel like that's true. I just feel like circumstances have made it a little difficult. But according to your parents, it's going to happen. So I just want to pass that along to you and let you know that they're here for you tonight and they're very grateful for the love and care that you gave them at the end of their life. So I just,
Yeah, I used to. I tell them all the time that I'm the last boy with the name, and I didn't
yeah,
get married and have kids, and I feel like I let Dad down by not doing that.
you know what? That's a human thing. Dead people don't give a shit about that because we're all recycled, Tim, all of us. And so it doesn't matter necessarily about carrying the name on. It's the genes, and so you got sister that has kids, you got another sister that doesn't have kids, a couple sisters, but that's absolutely fine. And there's no judgment around that. Your dad does not care about that. Your dad is just happy to be here. He kind of reminds me of Melissa's uncle, where he just can't believe he's here. But obviously, I've talked to your dad before, but I just feel like he's doing so much better now. So I just
Good.
want to pass that on. But I wouldn't worry so much about him, like not like him being disappointed in you. Actually, what he's saying is you took excellent care of him, and sometimes he was a pain in the ass. And he says, and you just kept your faith, kept moving forward, kept caring for him. So just know that you may worry about those things, but our loved ones usually don't worry about that kind of stuff. That's like a human problem. But he was very happy for the time that he got to spend with you as well. And I know that it was a labor of love there in the end, just because he wasn't really functional. And so he was so happy when your mom came and picked him up at the dead people train station or wherever it is that they meet up. So just know there's lots of love there and that both of your parents are doing just fine.
Good.
And
One side thing. One side
Yeah.
thing was when you said they were talking about who would go first. Dad was getting a heart procedure done, and it was uncertain. And as he was being wheeled out of the room to the ER or to the operating room, he looked at Mom and said, "I told you I'd go first."
And he was clearly wrong.
Yes.
Yes, but like your dad also doesn't exactly like to admit he's wrong. So there's that part too. But basically
That's
though,
true.
what he just told me is he said it wasn't like worth it without her. And I'm not saying he didn't love being your dad and stuff like that, but him and your mom are like woven together. So they must have been together for quite some time. Because I know there's lots of
Yeah.
ups and downs. And I feel like your dad, when he died, it's almost like a relief. He was just suffering so much with that cognitive decline and not feeling like himself. And I think probably on a soul level, he knew she was gone, but on a human level, he just couldn't handle it. So I'm glad that they got to be reunited in the spirit world. And I'm glad that you took such good care of them as well. But I always see you on here. So it's just kind of crazy that tonight I got you. So
Yeah, I enjoy it makes me feel good when you make someone else feel good, when you give them a reading and I know that they feel relief.
yeah.
It makes me feel good to hear that. Even if I don't get a reading, I like to listen so that it just makes me, it gives me happiness to know that somebody else got joy from it.
Yeah.
If
And
that makes
that's
sense.
why I do it too. So I'm glad that, like it's kind of like when your loved ones come to visit, the love is contagious. And so I think that is lovely. Thank you for sharing that with
Sure.
me. And so it's really interesting, you guys. It's 1:11:11. So, or the live was 1 hour, 11 minutes and 11 seconds when I looked at the clock
Wow.
to end it. So for you guys, if any of you guys get signs from your loved ones, look for those 11:11s. But I absolutely love doing this, you guys. So, and I'm so happy I got to connect to them for you.
Yeah. You mentioned in the last reading that you did, you were going to New York and the number 111 and how prominent it was for you. So that is kind of freaky.
It is. It kind of shows up at weird times, but I think all those number signs have like different interpretations for people. So usually when I see 1111, I'm like, oh, I got to remember to take care of myself. Actually, you got so it was good to, I'm going to tell you guys a little sign story, but it was good to have you on. Just for the interest of time, I'm going to let you go, but it was so nice to talk to you again, apparently. So
Thank you.
very welcome. Have a great night.
Tell my folks, or they can hear me. Mom, Dad, thanks for
they butt
thanks
right in.
for reaching out. I
So
talked to them last night when I got your message. I said, Mom, Dad, you got to talk to her. I got to know what's going on.
They did.
So,
and it was because they were a little worried about you. Oh, and someone else, Terry, is telling me she sees 11:11, and Ginger is saying 11:11 on 1:11.
wow.
So right on. Well, Tim, I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. Alkin, you'll see me again. I'll be listening.
Until we meet again. Au revoir. Bye.
Okay.
You guys, I have to tell you this crazy thing. So like 912, for any of you guys who follow me, like 912 is the mic number, right? Like I see that everywhere. And so, and this is on my personal Kim Moore page, but it's public post, so you guys can see it on Facebook if you want. And on my business page is this video. So my brother, my kid's dad, I always see 912. He died on September 12th. We always see 912, and that's how we know he's around. It's a big deal. So when I met my brother had all these weird connections to 912, and he never even knew Mike. and his first house was on 912. And when I went to his house to punch in the door code to get inside, it was 0912. And I'm like, oh shit, they're connected. And his first house was 912, and he had something else with 912 on it. Happy birthday to the September 12th Virgo baby Ginger. And so anyway, so I got to my sister-in-law's house and I was staying there. And this is why I said on my personal page are the pictures. My brother is in an urn, and the urn is an American flag. And he was never in the military, but he loves the American flag. And he had American flag with car parts as the entry to his man cave. And so I saw, like, when we just went out there, because on September 12th, like I said in the beginning, I lit off some of his ashes in a firework on September 12th over his favorite beach. But it was really weird because my daughter was like, she wanted to go to Coach to get like a purse. So we go to Coach, and this is on the page, the picture is there, but we go to this random Coach store in Riverhead, New York, in Long Island, and we go to walk in, and the address is 912, and it had a flag over it. And I was like, all right, Richie, I know you're here. And so I think him and Mike kind of talk to each other now, but we got all kinds of signs from him on that trip. So it was really cool. But look for signs from your loved one. And I know I talked about this last time, but eventually I'm going to do some kind of podcast or something more consistent. Like, I just want to like focus on telling stories about signs, because there's so many of them, and people get signs all the time, and we overlook them, or we think that we're making it up or whatever, and we're not. And it's freaking magical, all the stuff that happens. And I have so many good stories, and I've talked to so many people about that. So sometimes just talking to people about it opens them up to the idea that there might be something more than this life that we're living here. So just know that your loved ones are around you, and I appreciate you guys watching. And my open house is free to the public. All you have to do is RSVP, do it through my website, or you can get on our mailing list, whatever you want to do. And so, Lauren Cox just mentioned a book called Signs from Laura Lynn Jackson. Those books about signs are awesome. There's some old John Edwards books out there. There's even like some George Anderson, stuff like that. So there's all kinds of stories out there about signs. But the beauty is that the synchronicities are unique to you. So anybody else going to a Coach store and seeing a 912 with American flag above it would be like, oh, that's the address, and they're patriotic. But for someone like me, I see something entirely different. So look for your loved ones, because they're around you indefinitely. I don't think time is real. So I know they're visiting all the time. But if you want to come to my open house, you're welcome to. If you want to go see the demonstration with Anthony, the tickets are available. It's another one of those situations like with Tim, where watching it happen and being in the energy of that is freaking magic. So, and it's at my office, and my open house is at my office, and all of that is on my website. And if you RSVP, you will also get the notifications with the addresses and stuff as well, or the address, where it is, the time it is, all that kind of stuff. But it was good to see all you guys again. And I think I'm doing another one next week of these, and I think it's on Monday or Tuesday night. So just keep a lookout for that if you guys want to kind of hop on again, and I'll do some readings. And for you guys in the beginning, just know whatever this hard time is that you're going through should be kind of like looking up here coming up. So have a great night, you guys. It was so nice to see all of you, so.